Weeks ago, I came up here, I met him at this very spot to find out more. Joe, it's a nice bit of river. You know, I was looking at it now, a lot of vegetation on both sides. And how many otters are you monitoring along here then?
I think in about an 8-mile stretch, maybe up to 12 different otters. It took me 3 years to see an otter on the river in my hometown, whereas here it just seems like it could be any time of day, and it's not just females and cubs because of that need to feed. You see sort of males hanging about, you know, cubs from previous years. I think the trend of like the nocturnal diurnal thing is just shifting.
Ross uses his trail cameras to check and track the otter populations and wants to show me some of the behaviour he's captured.
Oh wow, look at that.
So this is the mum. She's coming in, she's sort of scent marking this kind of area, and the cubs are up in the den, so she's just trying to enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet before going in. She did this a lot. She did this for kind of like half an hour almost every day when she would come back from fishing until they know she's there, and then they'll run out and bite her tail.
Yeah.
It's like they thought her tail was a fish for about a week. They were just chewing it.
So I suppose you get to know these as individuals, know their different behaviour and everything else.
Yeah, this is the kind of like the beautiful insight that I never had in the past. You see them like, and this is what I like. This is, you know, I'm asleep at this point. This is probably 2 in the morning, and I get to film that kind of like the unique behaviour of what goes on when you're not there. So it's completely natural footage.
You've recorded hundreds of hours of fascinating stuff. What's the most interesting thing you've seen?
The most interesting thing at the moment is a relationship between 2 females who might be mother and daughter or 2 sisters that have been having cubs roughly at the same time, but they're sharing the kind of whole system. And that's just fascinating to try and see if this is an urban thing or if it's because there's more habitat, more food, so they can have that. But there doesn't seem to be any aggression. Like I've seen otters in other places and you tend to have an instant aggression. This is my area, you know, especially when cubs are involved. They're quite vulnerable at that age. And it's sort of get out, get out, get out.
Talking to you here now, your passion for otters and your passion for wildlife really comes over. Where does all that come from?
It comes from kind of a dark place where I developed agoraphobia after, you know, I had mental health issues, and nature was like the friend who took your hand type thing, where I used to stare out the window at blue tits and robins and thrushes. And I went down the river. That was like my sanctuary, like my place. And I remember seeing it was autumn, I think it was, and I saw a kingfisher dive and actually videoed it. It was a really poor video, but it was that moment that kind of sparked it all off. That kind of being out in nature, like, you know, nature's this beautiful sort of thing. It's always been a beautiful friendship to me, and that's kind of like led me to where I am now. I don't know what I'd do without nature, to be honest.